So I was logging into the Autism Assemble email account the other day, and something quite interesting happened because Gmail, which is just happens to be the platform that we use, um, changed or altered slightly how you log in, just to make it more personal. And what they've done, I'm not sure how much it is now, but they've created it so when you obviously type in your username, it goes hello with your name. So it's meant to be nice and personal. So if I was logging into my personal email, I would get hello Jack. And because our account is called Autism Assemble, the message that appeared was hello autism. And that little moment just sort of struck a lot of different chords, a lot of different questions in me that I thought were really actually quite interesting, because it really highlighted in that moment the fact that when you're working in autism, even if you've not got it yourself, it's a sort of really all-consuming thing. And I think that's not to be too wary of, because when you're working with autism, obviously it's some part of somebody's neurological condition, it's part of somebody's being, and it's also like a lifelong learning difference. So when you're working or supporting somebody with autism, you're essentially getting into the core essence of who they are and helping them understand and own and use that for good. So I think that's quite a natural thing to happen anyway. But what it also pointed out in terms of myself being autistic and potentially professional personal boundaries and that sort of thing is how much autism as a concept was taking sort of control of my life and what I was doing. Because naturally, being autistic is what's made me start working in autism, and supporting other people, getting people's needs represented, all that sort of stuff. And knowing people who haven't been so lucky and sort of wanting to advocate or avenge for them, I guess, for choice of a better word. Um, but, I think as well, previously, I've seen myself very much as like an artist. In my spare time, I'm doing a lot of drawing, doing a lot of music. I've been playing trumpet for years, as the tattoo indicates. So that in that moment, I sort of struggled with the idea that maybe I'm doing so much work with autism, which is pretty much taking up every day of the week, bar one at least. The stuff with autism that I do in some capacity. Um, I started to think that is this taking over the artist in me? And that was sort of quite a divisive thing, where obviously a lot of the art and stuff I do is related to the autism stuff I do, and some of it isn't. But is it or is it not? Because obviously, if I am autistic, all of me, including the stuff here that obviously creates the art that comes out, whether it's drawing or music or whatever, surely that's potentially related to autism as well, without having autism as a subject. And I think that's helped me understand better in myself, um, what is autism being and autism doing. So obviously, I guess when I'm working or supporting in regards to autism, what's happening is that I'm becoming like autism doing. So I have a very different front, or try to most of the time, and I am relating to other people with autism, through my own autism in quite a different way, which has to be very considerate about the fact that I'm a tiny part of the spectrum, and there's a quite it's infinite potentially, because everyone's autism is going to be individual, but there are traits within that you can relate to, and sort of balancing up how much can I relate to this person on the spectrum, and how much do I need to learn, and how much can I help them. Whereas I suppose, art or culture or whatever can be seen as like a sharing indulgence, I guess, because it is something that's come out of here that you're really wanting to share with the world, but people connect to each other through art. And I suppose that's my bridge from being autistic to communicate feelings and expressions that both people with and without autism can relate to. And I think that's sort of that moment of how much of autism am I and what does that mean, really became quite an eye opener. because this concept of being autistic, which can be expression of art, can just be being yourself, can be how you talk to people, how much you like or dislike a situation, just how you are in the world, is very different from autism doing, which is using your autism or using your knowledge of autism if you don't have it, to support and empower others and meet their needs. So I thought I'd share that with you because it was a really sort of revelationary view in quite a subtle way. And I'm definitely going to explore this concept of autism being and autism doing in a bit more detail. But I thought I would share that with you. And I've been meaning to do a vlog for ages. So I thought that would be a good place to start. But thank you for listening. That's my time done. Goodbye.